Hello, TutorMate tutors. This is Dan Weisberg at Innovations for Learning. We are just going to walk through very quickly the 5 steps you need to remember to follow each week so that you can successfully launch your tutoring sessions. So let's get started with them. This is a seminar for Join.me tutors in particular, of course. Step number 1 is shown here on this slide. You're going to want to sign in to the TutorMate program with your favorite browser, whether it's Chrome or IE or Firefox. Go to the URL in the upper right here, tutormate.org/tutor. That'll bring up our TutorMate program. Number 2, you're going to want to launch the Join.me screen share program, as well as call into the Join.me audio using your cell phone or landline. So to launch the program, you first click on the desktop icon, which you should have installed previously. Then you would click on the option that says Share using your personal link. And finally, you would call into the Join.me conference line. And you can get that phone number if you're not sure by clicking on the phone icon, the first in the series of 5 circles. Then click on Join by Phone, and you'll see a phone number followed by the 9-digit conference ID, which you would also need to supply. And call that number and type in that ID. You'll then hear some beeps as you'll be in the conference room all by yourself at that point. And what you need to do is ring the classroom in step 3 so that the student greeters there know that you are ready to begin your tutoring session. So to ring the classroom, you go back to the TutorMate program, click the green Start Ringer button. It will temporarily turn blue anywhere from about 5 to 60 seconds. When it switches back to green, that's your clue that the classroom is actually hearing the ringtone. You will not hear it as a tutor, but the classroom will, and assuming they are in there as they ought to be, then the student greeter should come over to the computer and activate the audio and should be able to chat with you in the conference room. Then you would ask in step 5 for your particular student and proceed to begin with your tutoring session. That's it. It's 5 simple steps. There's some footnotes in the bottom which you might want to review, particularly number 5, where you will ought to remember to unlock your meeting so that your screen can be shared. And let's run through a quick demonstration of this. So I'm going to launch Internet Explorer here, like so. Up it comes. And then I'm going to go to the TutorMate URL that we just discussed in step 1, tutormate.org/tutor. I hit Enter, and it takes me to the main menu, the main home screen for the TutorMate program. I click on Start Tutoring, and it asks me to log in at this point with my credentials. So I'll type in my own credentials and my password, like so. Click on Go, and up comes the 13 letters of my current student reading, the current reading levels, A through M. And there's a Start Ringer button here at the right, which I don't want to click in just yet because I need first to bring up Join.me. So let's begin with that. We're going to flip over to Join.me. I'll minimize this and this as well. We're going to do step 2 now. Here is the Join.me icon. I double-clicked it, and you saw that the Join.me next step sort of toolbar came up here. It says Share using your personal link. There's another option which we are going to ignore, the Join option. This is the one that we want, Share using your personal link. If you don't see 2 different sub-options here, then you probably have the wrong version of Join.me installed, and you should stay tuned to the end of this, and we will show you a PDF, how to access a PDF that will make sure that you can install Join.me correctly. But we're good to go here, so I'm going to click on the orange button, and it's going to bring up Join.me, and it says your screen is now being shared, and you see the Join.me toolbar up here with 5 circles. I now have to call the Join.me conference room and wait there. So to do that, I get the phone number by clicking on the phone icon, click on Join by Phone, and here you see the conference number for my demo. This is a demonstration conference number, 862-367-5900. Try to get your own, of course. And then there is a 9-digit conference ID, which I will need to access that conference line. So I call the conference number, and I'm going to wait there. Let's flip back to the steps. I'm now going to wait there until a student actually joins the conference line. How do I get them to do that? I ring the start button in step 3. So let's go back to the TutorME program. I'm going to click on the start ringer button like so. It turns blue, and it persists as blue. I've set up a second computer in the area where I'm recording this, which is acting as the classroom computer. So within the next minute or so, it's going to trigger, and you who are listening to this will hear the ringtones. But as I mentioned earlier, ordinarily you will not hear any such sound while you're waiting on the conference line. You just watch this start ringer button. As long as it's blue, they're not hearing anything. But at some point, it's going to flip back to green. We poll this. There it goes. There's the sound. And the ringer button is green. Okay. So now that's the sound that the classroom knows to let them be aware that you are on the conference line. And they're going to come over and initiate the Join.me chat from their side, and you can begin to ask for your student, and you can begin to start your tutoring session. Okay, that's about it. There are some common problems. I'm going to list them for you here. You can pause this video and walk through these on your own when you have a minute. Do note the very last one, that if all of a sudden your screen share session says closed, that's because another tutor might have started too early, or perhaps you ran late and you were sort of inadvertently booted off by another tutor starting their Join.me session. You can start the TutorME program. That won't interfere with your fellow tutors, and you can practice from there. But be careful not to start Join.me too early. And then there are some resources here. If you are having trouble installing Join.me in the first place, then check out these first two links, the Join.me guide or the Join.me video. If you really want a refresher in the entire How Do I Tutor webinar that you were trained in originally by Heather, then item 3 has a webinar replay for a 55-minute tutor training session, I should say. And item 4 gives you a written tutoring guide. Item 5, if you ever needed to contact tech support at join.me, there's a phone number for that. Unlikely, but we put it there just in case. And then these slides for this video, you can access them by using the URL that you see here, tiny.cc/ifltutorsteps And some quick do's and don'ts. Be patient. Do remember that the teachers have a learning curve to travel, so this might take a few weeks to get off the ground, and expect a few frustrations in the beginning. Don't be discouraged, and don't spend more than about 10 minutes trying to get your sessions going, because our experience is that your frustrations will start to materialize a little bit more substantially if you spend more than 10 minutes on the session, trying to get it launched. Okay. Fill out your weekly session logs. Do remember that at the end of your session so that we can see how things are going. And anytime you have questions, contact Heather at the following email, heather@tutormate.org, or the phone number 312-488-1733. That about does it. I will return to the beginning so that you can see the steps once again, and freeze the video here if you so choose. And I want to thank you for your terrific commitment to this program. We really appreciate it, and hope that you find it as fulfilling as we know that most of our tutors do. Bye-bye now. Thank you.